Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli, and in today's House of Mouse headlines, we got some major movie trailers, including Aladdin and Frozen 2, plus heroes get ready to assemble at Disney California Adventure. That and so much more, so let's get to it.
Hear the latest news from the Walt Disney Company in today's House of Mouse headlines.
This week, I'm going to start things off with some movie news because we had some big trailers come our way. Let's start with our first teaser trailer for Frozen 2. In this trailer, we see Elsa standing at the edge of a stormy ocean. She then begins running toward the ocean, walking on its surface like Jesus. Overall, the trailer has a very dark tone and musical score. So I had two initial thoughts when seeing this trailer for the first time. First, if Elsa is running into the ocean, my assumption is she's going to look for her parents. I saw in the Twitterverse that I wasn't the only person to have this thought, so perhaps there may be some truth to it. And second, if the entire movie has this dark tone, perhaps this isn't just a sequel to Frozen, but instead the second part of a trilogy where things head in a dark direction, only to be resolved in the third installment. If you think of the original Star Wars trilogy, The Empire Strikes Back is that dark middle movie, but often the one that is said to be people's favorite. So maybe Frozen 2 will be the best in this trilogy, if it even ends up being a trilogy. I can be 1000% wrong here, but that was my first gut reaction when seeing it. And then there was the trailer for the live-action Aladdin, but this one didn't seem to get the positive buzz going as much as the Frozen 2 trailer did. This is the first video clip we saw of Will Smith as the Blue Genie. I've never been a particular fan of Will Smith, and frankly, I think the task put upon him was pretty much impossible for anyone attempting to fill the shoes of Robin Williams. Considering how unfair it is to compare anyone to Robin's performance in the animated film, I kind of wish they just took audio recordings from Robin Williams' performance and animated the genie entirely. You know that there are tons of Robin Williams Genie outtakes laying around that they could have easily pulled from. This is definitely the animation to live-action film I'm least interested in, but I am hoping for one thing. The musical score in the trailer is fantastic. The new orchestrations of some of the classic tunes sound phenomenal, and I'm hoping that we'll hear them in the film and not just the trailer, as is sometimes the case. Now let's hop over to Disney Channel, where we're getting some new DCOMs. Disney Channel is heading back to Seabrook for Zombies 2, a sequel to the popular Disney Channel original movie Zombies from 2018. Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim will reprise their roles as Addison and Zed, the human cheerleader and zombie football player who try to unite their school and community. According to Deadline, the sequel will pick up at Seabrook High, where after a groundbreaking semester, Zed and Addison continue to steer both their school and community toward unity. But the arrival of a new group of outsiders, mysterious werewolves, threatens to shake up the newfound peace and causes a rift in Zed and Addison's budding romance. Production on Zombies 2 is scheduled to begin in spring 2019, but a premiere date has not been announced. I thought the first Zombies was a lot of fun and had a nice little High School Musical vibe to it, so I'll definitely check out the sequel when it comes out. Speaking of smash hit DCOMs, we got a teaser trailer for Descendants 3 coming out this summer. Descendants 3 features the characters you know and love returning to the Isle of the Lost to recruit a new batch of villainous offspring to join them at Aradon Prep. And for some final Disney Channel news, Andy Mack, one of the Disney Channel's most popular TV shows, has just made Disney Channel history as one of its characters said the words, "I'm gay," marking the first time any Disney Channel character has ever said these words on the cable channel. Between this news and the news last week of Disneyland Paris throwing a pride parade, it looks like the company is finally using the proper words to show their support of a huge part of their fan base instead of beating around the bush. Good on them. Now let's head into the theme parks, starting with Disney California Adventure. The Food and Wine Festival is just around the corner at DCA, beginning on March 1st and running through April 23rd, making it a 54-day event this time around. There will be 14 different marketplaces to try different foods from, and on weekends there will be culinary demonstrations, a junior chef experience led by Chef Goofy, live music, and more. Disneyland After Dark is throwing another event, and this time it's at Disney California Adventure. It's called Heroes Assemble, and this time it's featuring your favorite Marvel characters. Here's what will be available. Mix, mingle, meet and greet some popular superheroes, dare to let loose from a rock and dance party to amazing show moments you'll never forget, Take part in a supreme scavenger hunt where you search for hidden artifacts throughout the park, solve the puzzle, and help save mankind from complete chaos. Celebrate 80 years of comic art. Flex those smile muscles and strike a pose against themed backdrops that immerse you in hero mode. After-hours access to attractions including Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. See and be seen while cosplaying as your favorite hero, receive a commemorative guide map, event credential, and unlimited downloads of Disney PhotoPass photos taken during the event, and of course there will be themed food and merch available. This event will take place on April 30th and May 1st, and tickets are $109. It looks like the cost of these Disneyland After Dark events are slowly creeping up, so if you want to check one out, you may want to do it sooner rather than later. The Disneyland Resort is introducing an all-new, must-see pop-up experience at the Downtown Disney District. Coming this spring, Pop-Up Disney, a Mickey celebration, will transport you through a visually and whimsically immersive experience celebrating 90 years of the one and only Mickey Mouse and his darling Minnie Mouse. This limited-time exhibition will feature several different themed rooms with vivid displays inspired by all things Mickey Mouse. Every room will feature selfie-worthy surprises and provide plenty of fun and fabulous photo ops for all your family and friends. One such surprise will be a supersized and super sweet bow sofa. In this area, you can pop into the portrait and take a seat on Minnie's plush sofa or pose under Minnie's giant bows and hearts. This separately ticketed exhibit will be located near the Downtown Disney District monorail station and the former space of ESPN Zone. I'm both surprised and not surprised about this announcement. Ever since the Mickey's 90th installation opened in New York City, I had assumed it would head to either Disney Springs or Downtown Disney after leaving NYC. This sounds sort of similar to that installation, but obviously not quite the same. Perhaps we'll see the NYC exhibit head to Disney Springs in the future. One thing's for sure, I'm happy to see that something new will be coming to that end of Downtown Disney. Now let's head over to Walt Disney World and Disney's Animal Kingdom, where folks are very excited to see Kevin, the exotic bird from Disney Pixar's Up, walking around the park these days. This character looks massive, even larger than Big Bird, so you won't be able to miss him roaming around Disney's Animal Kingdom. And now I unfortunately have a bit of sad news to share, as the Walt Disney Company lost a couple of major influences this past week. On February 9th, at the age of 85, Ron Miller, Walt Disney's son-in-law and former president and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, passed away. Ron had major influences at the company that I feel are often overlooked, including Walt Disney Home Video, Touchstone Pictures, and the Disney Channel. He also served on the board of directors at the Walt Disney Family Museum since its opening in 2009 and became president in November 2013. This past week on February 15th, we also lost the founder of the Walt Disney Archives, Dave Smith, at age 78. Walt Disney Company chairman and CEO Bob Iger had this to say about Dave's passing. I'm deeply saddened to learn of Dave Smith's passing. He was the unsung hero of Disney's history who, as our first archivist, spent 40 years rescuing countless documents and artifacts from obscurity, investing endless hours restoring and preserving their priceless pieces of our legacy, and putting them in context to tell our story. Dave was a true Disney legend, and we are indebted to him for building such an enduring, tangible connection to our past that continues to inspire our future. Now, I can't end the show on such a sad note, so let's get to this week's Twitter poll. In this week's Twitter poll, I asked you folks, which name do you prefer for the Disney California Adventure Ferris wheel? Your options are Sun Wheel, Mickey's Fun Wheel, or Pixar Pal Around. And last place is the current name with 6% of the votes was Pixar Pal Around, followed by the Sun Wheel with 22% of the votes, and an overwhelming 72% of you voted for Mickey's Fun Wheel. I would probably agree with those votes. I want to give a shout out to Lord J. Adam, who left a 5-star rating and review for Disney Coast to Coast on iTunes. Thank you so much, Lord J. Adam. You are helping other Disney fans find the show more easily by doing so. So if you haven't done that yet, folks, head over to iTunes and leave a 5-star rating and review for Disney Coast to Coast if you're enjoying the show week after week. This upcoming Tuesday, I do have a live stream Q&A scheduled for supporters of Disney Coast to Coast and members of the DCTC community, so if you'd like to join us for that live stream Q&A, head to patreon.com/DisneyCTC, that's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC, and see how you can join us for that. Also, while you're over at DisneyCoastToCoast.com, be sure to sign up for the free gift there on the homepage because I have something called America's Hidden Mickeys. And we all know and love Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort, but there are so many places throughout the United States that are connected with Disney in some way, shape, or form that some people don't know about. In fact, a lot of people don't know about. So if you want to get this free list, simply head to DisneyCoastToCoast.com and click on Free Gift on that homepage. While you're there, check out all of our social media links as well. And this episode of Disney Coast to Coast was produced by Philip Elke, who has supported the show through Patreon. If you'd like to become a DCTC producer or gain other rewards, including early access to episodes, live stream Q&As, behind-the-scenes access, and more, information can be found at patreon.com/DisneyCTC. That's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC. Other than that, folks, have a magical day. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Disney Coast to Coast is produced and hosted by Jeff DePauli. Learn more about the podcast and become a supporter at DisneyCoastToCoast.com.